Hi guys, today our topic is to verify the default routing. That how we can verify the default routing. First, we have to know that is what is default routing. What is the benefit of doing the default routing? Because we have already did the static routing for finding the routing updates for neighboring router. But what is the benefit of doing the default routing? We generally do the default routing in the following this scenarios. First, we use default routing to route traffic for unknown destinations. If you don't know what is your destination, then you can use the default routing. For static routing, what we have to do, we require the destination IP address, that is network ID and subnet mask, we should know for applying the static routing. But for the default routing, we don't require any network ID or subnet mask. We only just know what is our next IP address. So we generally using the default routing for unknown destinations. That is, if you have to configure that your network internet should be working, then you just prefer doing the default routing. Because there are so many sites are there, Google, Yahoo, so many things. But we don't know what is the network ID or subnet mask for that websites. So in that case, we using the default route. Second, default route helps in reducing the size of your routing table. If you use the default route in your applying the default routes, your size of your routing table will decrease, and it will help that your router will be working fine. There is no overload is on your router. Okay, and this is the format that we will put the command for applying the default route. That is IP route 0000, that is destination ID, destination network ID is that, and destination subnet mask, that is 0000, and this is next of IP address, that is we have to apply. So we just verify with our simulator, that is with packet tracer. Okay. So first of all, we create a topology to verify all these things. Okay. Now I am just doing it fast. Okay. I am taking one router. 1, 2, 3 switches. 1, 2, 3 PCs. Support server is also in here. Okay. First, we have to add the modules of the serial interface. Last time I have just explained it. Okay. Same thing I will do for another router. Our router is booted. Now we connect with our LAN cables. For same device, we use this one, serial cables. Okay. Okay, I'm just giving one name here. It's before, yeah. Okay, we have just made the topology. First we consider, suppose this is our ISP router and this is our in router there, router 1 is router 1, router 2 is that. Okay, we will remove it as a ISP router, ISP. This is our router 1 and this is our router 2. Okay, and I am just giving an IP address. Suppose I am giving your IP address 192.168.10.0. So I have 24 IP address here, and here I will give 50.0.0.0/8 for this interface, 192.168.20.0/24. For here 1.0.0.0/8. For here 2.0.0.0/8. Okay, so what I am just planning, this is our ISP router, and suppose these are our servers. Suppose this is our suppose this is our Gmail, or you can say Google server, Google server. This is our Yahoo server. Suppose that. Okay, this is our ISP router, and in here scenario it will be connected with some internet routes and connected with this base. Here in this packet tracer we just consider that this is a ISP router and Google server also will just connected with this and this is the IP network range for this. So that is it will be 50.0.1 and it will be 2. Okay, so first of all we just assign the IP address to all interfaces. So starting from router 1. So what are the interface here? You can enter the command show IP interface brief. You can check this is our LAN interface at 0/0 and 03 is our LAN interface. This is at 0/0 and this is LAN interface. We are giving the IP address first for the LAN interface, that is config T. Then no shut. We have given the IP address for LAN interface. Similarly interface, serial interface 0/3/0, that is LAN interface. Okay. So we have given the IP address for both interface, that is it is our LAN interface and this is your WAN interface. And same thing, I will go to this another router. So what interface here? This is a LAN interface and this is a WAN interface. First go to the LAN interface. Right. Now go to the WAN interface. What is the IP address? It is 2.2.2.2. Okay. Then now shut. Same thing. Yes, we have given the IP address on both interface, that is LAN interface. Then we go to this ISP router. In this ISP router, both servers are connected. Okay, just for assuming we are. Sorry. Same thing. Go to the LAN interface. So what is the LAN interface here? It is 50.0 meter is that. Right? And for WAN interface, 030 is connected here, 031 is connected here. So we go to 030 first interface, that is WAN interface. Now go to the another WAN interface. What is the WAN interface? This is 031. So we have configured the interface. You can check all interface of the ISP router, that is LAN interface, it is also up, status is up, protocol is up, and WAN interface is also up. You can check it to another router also, that is first router 1. Check interface. First we have to check all interface should be up. Can check LAN interface, WAN interface, both are up, and check also for router number 3. Yes, LAN interface, WAN interface, both are up. Okay, so currently this router knows this routes, this LAN routes, and this WAN route. Same thing, this router knows only this route and this route. Okay, and this router knows this network, and this network. But this router don't know what is the routing. In this router, we are not able to see the routings. That is this network, 50.0 network, or 22.0 network, or 20.0. You can check it verified. So IP is out. Only two networks this router know. That is one network and one only the 10.0 network this router know. one network and time 0. Similarly, this router, ASP router, currently what router let's suppose no. So IP route, it know one network, 1.0 network, 2.0 network and 50.0 network. 1.0, 2 and 50.0 network. Same thing for router number 3. Network, 2.2 network. So IP route 2.0 and 20. So we last time we have configured the static route. That is, we have configured the IP route command for this network and this network. Same for this ASP router. Don't know the routes of this address, so we configure the IP route command to this router for this network and this network. Same thing, to know the routes of this network, we have configured the IP route. But currently we are not doing the same thing. We are just doing the default route. So what we are doing, we are considering that this is the ASP router, and suppose this is your router 1 that is connected with ASP router. So what we will do, we do the default route configuration on this router and apply the static configuration on this router for this route, because this router knows this destination as MAC ID, and suppose this PC don't know the destination address, then we have to just apply the default route. Let's check how we will just configure this one. Go on router 1. We just need one command, config t IP route, that is 0.0.0 for any destination, then any subnet mask 0.0.0.0. Then next OP will be, it is 1.1.1.2 is that. 1.1.1.2 is that. That's it. Okay. Same thing for this router. Config t IP route 0.0.0.0, then 0.0.0.0. This is destination network ID and this subnet mask. And what is the next step is that for this router, this is the next IP address. It is 2.2.2.1. 2.2.2.1. That's it. And for ISP, we are doing the static configuration. That is, we are applying the static route for this network and this network. So we go to the ISP router. Config t IP route 192.168.0 network. So subnet mask 255.255.255.0. What is next address? This is this one. Okay. So it will be 1.1.1.1. And for this network, same command IP route. It is 192.168. It is 20.0 255.255.255.0. And where the next IP address for this router, it is this. That is 2.2.2.2. 2.2.2.2. That's it. We have done all the configuration. Just enter the right command. Right. Right. Now we will check it one by one. First go to this router. Okay. So IP interface. You already know this router knows only two network IDs, that is 10.1 network no, 10 network and 1.1 network only is no. This network and this network. This router does not know what is the route for this. Okay? But now I am checking so IRP route. There is only one default route is that is 1.1.2. Means this router doesn't know where is this address, where is this address, where is this address. You just configure only one command, that is star. What is star? It is the static default route. That is star is stand for default route. Okay? And same thing, you can check it, the routing table decreases, and we have to check where this is in ASCII router, there is static route is there. So ASCII route, you can check 3 routes is already known. So ASCII interface brief 50 1 network 2 network 50 1 2 network is already known, and two routes that is 10.0 and 20 network is learned from static route. Okay, and we can check on router number 3, that is this one. So ASCII interface brief. It already knows 20 dot network and 2.2 network. That is 20 dot network and 2.8. It does not know where is this network, where is this network, this network. But so ASCII route command will enter. You can check only 3 lines are there. That is 2 directly connected routes and 1 is default route. Now we have to check our packet is going or not. So first we go to this router number 1. Suppose I am going to router number 1 for cross verification that. So ASCII interface group 10.1 network is that I am changing 192.168.20.1. It's pinging fine. Okay, and same thing if I want to ping 50 dot network, that is 50.0.0.1. It also pinging fine. Okay, means my router is visible to this network and this network. Same thing I can check from here also. So ASCII interface 3. It knows only 2 network. Now I am pinging 10.1 network. Ping 192.168, that is 10.1. It's pinging. Means my packet is moving from here to here. Now we have to configure the IP address on these PCs. Okay. I'm going to the default gateway also here. 10.1 is that for this laptop. 192.168. This is default gateway for this Google server. I am just giving an IP 50.0.0.3, that is 50.0.0.1. So the VI server is 50.0.0.4, 50.0.0.1 for this PC. 192.168.20.3, 192.168.20.1. One 92.168.20.4. So fine, we have configured the IP address on all systems. Now we are just try to ping IP. What is the IP of this PC? It is 10.3. So I'm just pinging 192.168 10.3. It's pinging, and pinging to gateway. It is also pinging. Okay. Now pinging to 20.1. It is also pinging. Pinging to 20.3. It will take some time. Okay, it's also pinging. And 20.4. It's also pinging. Okay, and we have to check Google server 50.0.0.1. Yes, also pinging. 50.2. Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, now it's pinging. It will take some time in packet process because it's not a real environment, so it will take some time. Okay. So our task is completed, and you can check that we have just given a default route on this router, and now able to access this Google server also. Same thing, we are able to access with default routing. We have done the static routing from ASCII router to this router, and we have done default routing from our this router to ASCII router. Okay, so this was default routing, and you can check with your phone also. Just go to here. There is one thing I want to show you. Yes. Suppose you are opening this one. Your Google server is 50.0.0.3. Yeah, website is opening. Same thing you are opening it for. Go. Okay. Again go. Yeah, you can able to access. Same thing, you can check from this laptop also. Yeah, you can able to access, and you can check from this PC also. Okay, so this was our default routing. Hope you understood it. the practical scenario that how we can verify the default routing. Thanks guys. Have a good day to all of you.